All right, here we are in the bottom right. He's BYUN. That was fast. I'm not used to doing WTL stuff, but that was a rather quick intro. Anyway, I guess we're gonna sit there for a while. But his opponent in the upper left, representing KaiZi Gaming, the one, the only. He's Time. Of course, we do notice that KaiZi Gaming has 2 maps. Shopify Rebellion has 2 maps, and that is what is important about this match in particular. Right? Again, 81-2-0s. They win the week, or they win the week for their team. If it ties, though, we got to go to an ace match, and we're just gonna have to see just how likely that is going to be. Here is we see the wonderful SC boy's got his own keyboard. That's pretty cool. But man, I love how much the Chinese scene is doing to build their own scene, right? With the World Team League, which was formerly the Golden Team Challenge, I think, GTC. And they had a bunch of individual tournaments, and really it's SC Boy doing a lot of that by himself, or through his sheer passion, but through his own work, he's absolutely built a pretty cool scene there in the Chinese marketplace. And now, well, it's the Chinese tournaments expanding to the global marketplace, which is not something you see all that often, to be totally honest. So we have the World Team League now. It's got teams from all. We have Liquid, we have Alpha X, we have Shopify Rebellion, which is a mixed team. Because traditionally what you had to do with the previous iterations of this tournament is you had to have at least 1 Chinese player. That was why Generic Green Wings signed Rex, and technically Nice counted for Alpha X, as he was Taiwanese, and China considers Taiwan part of China, even if Taiwan was not part of China, but counts for this. So I guess that worked out pretty well. And anyway, so that's where we are. This time, though, it's fully international. You're not required to have a. You're not required, in fact, to have a. What's the word I'm looking for? A Chinese national on your a Chinese person on your team to do that. Is this 1080p? It is. Okay. I know it looks a little low res. But of course, yes. We are doing from the. This we're doing from the cached clean feed here. As actually, BYUN's gonna get on in here immediately and just knock down the Reaper, knock down an SCV, and that is already gonna be, well, was that a Marine? Anyway, knock down Army unit. I believe that was a Reaper, and get an SCV there, which is gonna delay the command center of time just a little bit, and that is already really nice damage here for BYUN. Notice his command center; it's about 10 seconds faster. That is already worthwhile damage. That means. Well, actually, no, he's going to get down, dive on here. Top of here, the Reaper's going to go down immediately. And now, nice splits here from BYUN. Yes, he will maybe lose. No, he's not even going to lose that Reaper. Now, BYUN, with this micro advantage. Oh, he's got Hellion too. So, yeah, absolutely. This is honestly, this is almost game ending. The early game is so important in TVT. Yeah, there we go. He's going to get the Hellion. And now there's just nothing left on the map. Yeah, there's a Widow Mine, sure, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. That's just going to be it. GG, BYUN with a fantastic move. He's going to take game number 1. Just like that. Well played from the Shopify Rebellion Terran player. And now, this is what this means. Right? BYUN wins the next game. It's over. It's done. Players have everything figured out. Yeah, that's sometimes that is just TVT. But anyway, BYUN here. Today's the next game. It's over and done with. The Shopify Rebellion win 3-2. Or 4-2, I guess. If Time takes this game, it's going to go to an ace match. And I'm actually not totally sure of the timestamp on that, so we're going to go to my face for a second as I get us to the next game. Okay, we got the time for the next one on up. And let's get into it. And away we go. ByeOn, he's got the 1-0 lead. He wins this game. He wins the week. He loses this game while they go to an ace match. And probably he's going to be the ace player anyway. So it means, does he have to play one game? Does he have to play two? We'll figure it out. But now there we go. In the bottom left, in the red, he is ByeOn. And his opponent in the upper right, in the blue, for KaiZi Gaming, looking to tie this up. He is Time. And of course, Time, no stranger. Absolutely no stranger to winning really important TVTs. Right, of course, he is the savior of KaiZi Gaming when Alpha X was attempting to do some crazy run stuff in the last Golden Team League, where he went and he killed a lot of players. And won the ace match for Time when Innovation didn't want to go out. Time did. And he said, I got it. I'm totally fine. In fact, it is my time to shine. But now, of course, this is a new year, a new season. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So it goes to the ace match after everything goes in this 5-game regular, five sets of best of twos. It's tied up 5-5. Innovation says, I don't want to go against ByeOn, dude. ByeOn has been killing me. Time says, no, don't worry about it. I got it. And absolutely slobber knocks ByeOn. Alpha X denied their miracle run from the final qualifying team to the finals. But anyway, we should probably talk about this game just a little bit here. Both players not all that interested in going for a quick expand. We're going to see gas first, or early gas plays from both players. I didn't see whether it was gas first or not. Into Reapers, into Hellions. It's going to be a 1-1-1 opener from both Time and ByeOn. And we're just going to have to see exactly what they get done with this. All right, we could very easily have an earlier game where, you know, ByeOn gets the first shot on the Reaper, and Time does not pull his Reaper away in time, and the Reaper dies, and therefore just snowballs, and Time loses. We could see Time do the same thing to ByeOn, or we could see this game go a little bit later. Now, of course, this is Pillars of Gold, and there is not a map in the pool that leads to more long games than Pillars of Gold. Wait, do we have? Yeah, okay, we have town. Then Pillars of Gold, at least from what I've seen in my estimation. Especially in TVZ, for example, it feels like those games always go late. But that is where we are here in this game. And, well, that's where we continue to go. Both players going for Widowmine, so we're going to see some, like, 6 Marine, single Widowmine drops. They're going to try to find their way into their opponent's mineral line. Maybe knock something down. Of course, the Widowmines by themselves, yeah, they don't kill SCVs. But they do heavily damage them, so the Marines can kill those off. And, well, that's going to be it for now. What we're really looking to see here is where the two players actively decide to make their difference, to see their differences in their games, right? So right now, we don't see a lot of deviation. That being said, though, ByeOn is going on into Cloak Banshee behind this, and I'm not sure where those tech labs are. So we might see Time go for the same thing. We might just see a Raven out of him. Ravens are very popular in this matchup. And also a pretty good way to deal with Cloak Banshees. It's just a little bit more free detection. But for the moment, we're not seeing Time go for anything whatsoever. But at 200, yeah, there we go. He's going up to 200 gas. That's going to be a Raven. So, yeah, there we go. Raven for Time. Cloak Banshee for ByeOn. And that's always going to be a marginally to really good for Time. He's going to have his Cyclones. He's going to have his Ravens. These Cloak Banshees and ByeOn are just going to get nothing done. And because ByeOn did commit to Cloak, did commit to those 2 Banshees, he would like to get something. I mean, it's not one of these games where, oh, I didn't get 10 workers, I'm dead. Okay, that's not quite how it is, but you do want to get something. You do want to see some return on your investment. And that's not to say that ByeOn won't be able to do that. He is a very good player, incredibly strong multitasking player. So he still has the opportunity to just find damage where no one else would, even if he is, quote-unquote, you know, soft counter. Okay, now the Raven showing up. Banshee will be forced back, and hey, you know, 100 minerals for Marines. not terrible now with the cycle here. Yeah, this Banshee will go down. There we go. So already we're seeing the wonderful synergy between the Raven and the Cyclone. Of course, Cyclones can shoot further than they have vision, so that's where you get the Raven. You say, ah, yes, I guarantee you that you have vision. And that means BYUN, he's going to go on into a Raven of his own, but Time's going to have 2. And that does leave the door open for some rather powerful timings where you just keep all the energy. Oh, look at Time in perfect position. This Cloak Banshee, he's going to cloak, but I mean, does it really matter? No, it does not. Oh, look at this though, BYUN. He's going to try to catch the retreating Cyclone. Will he stay in range? No! Just barely missed positioning there. Oh man, that was a cool move from BYUN, but it was not successful. And now BYUN, well, he realized that maybe that push is not going to be all that successful anymore, right? The Cyclone's still alive. There are no Cloak Banshees to help and distract, but he's going to go for it anyways. We have 3 Marines, it's 2 tanks. It's a Widow Mine. It's your kitchen sink, right? It is as much, it's just pretty much whatever BYUN has been able to build at this point in the game. And beyond this, of course, we do have a 3rd base on the way for both players at this point. Additional barracks, as both players, they look for that additional production that they need. But look at this. Oh, BYUN's going to booby trap. He's going to surprise Time with some sieged up tanks here behind the line of sight blocker. And, well, Time's going to take some pretty big tank shots. Now, of course, that only works once, and Time's army is bigger. It's more powerful. So BYUN will be forced to back up here. But you know what? Nice trades. Fairly decent trades there for the Korean Terran player. Meanwhile, it looks like the Ravens are getting some rather significant damage done on the other side of the map. BYUN not really pulling as he needs to, so these auto turrets are actually getting so much damage done. First one gets 5, second one is going to get a whole lot more here. Now BYUN's going to be forced to drop his turrets as his Raven goes on down here because of the air control that Time has, as that Raven is at the front as well. So BYUN can absolutely not take this fight. He has more Marines, and he will be forced back, or Time will eventually be forced back, but not before BYUN loses 10 workers, before he loses his Raven as well. And now Time, he's feeling good in this game number 2. He absolutely has what he needs. And, well, we're just going to have to see whether he can make use of it. As now, we do have, yeah, actually, Time is going to have Stim just about done here. BYUN not even starting that at this point, missing those tech labs. So sure, the upgrades are going to be at a similar timing, but I am not convinced that this game goes to a point where upgrades matter. Yeah, Stim is an upgrade, sure, but I'm talking about +1, +2, +3. I'm not convinced the game goes that long, because Time is in such a fantastic position at this point. He's up 5 workers after killing 10. He has his 3rd base already in position that he's going to be mining from. He has a worker, he has an army supply lead. He just knocked down another medevac. And now BYUN's going to look to try to siege up on this 3rd base, but, well, there's air control, and we're just going to see some auto turrets going down here. Actually, Vikings are going to land to try to clear out all of this, and I don't know if I like this, actually. This doesn't seem like the best play here, but the auto turrets will actually make that work out in its entirety. Who am I to question the might of the hero of KaiZi Gaming? Not I indeed. As Time will once again hold that off, and look at the resources lost. BYUN has nearly doubled the resources that Time has lost in this game, and, well, Time's also mining a lot more, so now we're starting to see that supply really skyrocket. Time up 30 supply on his opponent. He will have 1-1 just around the same time. We're going to see some combat shields. Actually, combat shields are going to... Stim and combat shields are going to be timed up similarly. It's just Stim the advantage here for Time. But this army, it's 14 more army supply. And there's just no tanks, actually. That's the big deal here. We will see that auto turret. It's just going to get targeted down immediately. Second one as well. And the auto turret from the Raven of Time is going to be dominant. So now we have the tanks. They're going to take the siege up position now. There's not a lot of bio here yet, so it's going to be difficult for Time to really get on in there. But we just see the tank push. The tank push is going to keep rolling on in. This is 5 tanks, and BYUN really doesn't have any. I don't think he has any tanks right now. So this siege up position is going to be incredibly problematic. Now BYUN got to pull the SCVs to try to make sure that he makes this fight happen. But with the Vikings landing, well, only 1 tank will go down, and that is not going to be nearly enough. Now these, actually, I like this Marine drop, but now the tanks will unsiege in time. 1 tank will go down, and that's going to be just about it. Time in a chokehold here in this game number 2. Hell-bent on making sure that his team goes to the ace match. Says, look, BYUN, you got me once, you're not going to get me again. And now with these 5 siege tanks, that does mean the 3rd base will be forced to lift, which means these Vikings can shell away at it. And of course, all of the repairing SCVs will go down as well. So Time, he has his 3rd base. He has his 4th base on the way, armory on the way too. 1-1 for both players. But this is just not... Oh, a medevac went down as well, trying to get a flank here for BYUN, but the medevac just died. And of course, with this air control, well, Time... He's not going to get flanked. That's just not going to be a thing. Actually, look at this BYUN. He's just going to look to, or Time's just going to try to clear this off on the left-hand side. Now, we do have BeoMulf on the right-hand side trying to take advantage of this flank that maybe he's built for himself, but the Marines, they're streaming in a clump. GG time. He's going to take the series. Or he's going to take the game. He's going to tie the series